Hey guys, my name's Karsten.
I'm Roz.
I'm Roz. You help lead at the Bremerton campus.
I do.
Been there for a while. If you're from Bremerton, you know Roz. And this is why I think people know you, because you're really good at connecting people and actually sharing stories.
Yes.
I really think like the way you connect people is by hearing people's stories.
Yes.
And I love that about you. And if you've been in a group with Roz, I mean, your groups, they always get bigger and they're growing and growing.
They do.
And last season you met at Sherry's in Bremerton.
Yes.
You did.
We did.
And you just
We
took
did.
over all of Sherry's.
Well, mostly the back room.
Okay,
But
that's good.
And then everyone ate too much pie.
Which is the best kind of group.
So yeah, so not a good group for January. But yes, and Sherry's was really fun.
Well,
It was good.
what I love about your group there is, one, you really incorporated two things we're talking about here. You guys celebrated together, mainly by eating pie,
Yeah.
and it works.
Yes.
And two, like you guys had moments where people shared stories
Yes.
of what they were going through. And you said it earlier, the reason stories are powerful is because it gives a chance for other people to say, oh, I've gone through that too.
Exactly.
And it takes a larger group and kind of helps it feel a bit more intimate. I know for my groups, the way we celebrate is we just ask people, like, hey, what are you celebrating together? What are you celebrating this week? Or like, what can we do to celebrate as a whole group? And so it might be, hey, instead of our group, being meeting like normal, we're actually going to go bowling together. Why? Because we've met for 5 weeks in a row and we want to celebrate that, whatever it is.
Yes.
But the group, I think, like something special happens when we just celebrate things together. It might be someone's birthday, it might be an anniversary, whatever it is, like find something that makes your group go from we meet once a week to really like, wow, they're part of my life.
Yes.
Jay and I this past season for Christmas, we had people from our group a part of our Christmas
Nice.
breakfast, and they came over for dinner at my parents' house, and they did New Year's celebration with us. And what it made me realize is like, we're doing life together.
We're friends.
And I knew that because we were celebrating together. And so something powerful happens when we celebrate. For your group, like look at ways to celebrate. It might just be asking people, it might be above and beyond and doing something, out of the normal together. And then Roz, the other bit I mentioned was really sharing stories. And so I know you've been in a group before that each week someone shares something. Tell me about that.
I think it's the Rooted group. I think a lot of groups are doing that now, just in general. But the Rooted group, it was almost like a requirement to share your 1 minute story or your 2 minute story. And the thing about 1 minute or 2 minute is it doesn't sound so scary.
For sure.
And doesn't turn into like my story is like a Lifetime
Yeah.
movie, too long. So you can kind of just highlight. And then one of the amazing things about your own story is it's super authentic.
Yeah.
And nobody can really argue with the fact that Jesus was there working, and that's powerful when
Yeah.
you talk about where he was there working with you.
Yeah. Man, that's incredible. And I think we said it allows people to actually connect on a deeper level, where people say, like, man, I've gone through that too.
Yes.
Or man, I wish I had someone alongside me through this.
Yes.
And we hear stories of sadness all the time in groups, but people actually get to say, like, we're walking through this together. And other stories of celebration of like, hey, I know it feels hard now, but we're on the other end,
Yes.
and we've seen how Jesus has been faithful. And so for your group, I think, Roz, we would encourage them, share a story. Ask
Yes.
someone to say, hey, will you tell us your 1 minute story?
Yes.
Ask them to share about them growing up, and pick someone a different week and celebrate things together. And I think if you do those two things, your group will experience another level, a deeper level of friendship and community. So excited to hear stories, excited to see the celebrations, praying for you guys this week, and we're excited. We'll talk to you soon.